Hey guys, how's it going? I know it's been a little while. Today I have a new preset built around the Taylor T5z that I just acquired. I love this guitar. I'm gonna give my thoughts on this guitar as well. So let's dive in. Alrighty, so that was the Taylor T5z going into the quad Cortex. Let's quickly go over the preset that I built around this guitar for gigs. Basically, I just like to run this into the quad Cortex into a PA. Usually the PA is at the venue, so I'm usually set with carrying minimalistic gear, which I love. So you can download this preset on the Cortex mobile app. My username will be below. And feel free to download it, like it, share it with your friends, all that fun stuff. So as always, 8 scenes. Basically, when the acoustic body sensor is on, I have just an EQ going into the PA. Not really much going on there, and I just kind of throw on effects through the various scenes of a light shimmer, a heavy shimmer, a vibrato or vibe. I call it vibe. And then also I have a flanger going on in there as well, and an auto walk for the different gigs I play. It usually covers all my bases for effects. And then when I take guitar solos, obviously I have the volume pedal for if I want to use that acoustic sound, but if I switch to the guitar pickups in this over the body sensor, I like to have, the cab sim with an amp, so I can kind of get that electric guitar kind of feel, so I can cover, all the bases, which I absolutely love. So I think I'm using the Victory Kraken, kind of the lower gain setting, and then all out distortion for the lead setting, because I love that amp capture, and I just wanted a lot of gain for if I really wanted to just dive in and really dig in with the playing. So that pretty much goes over the preset. Let's dive in and talk about the guitar. I think this guitar is perfect. I absolutely love it. I think it really fits all the things that I'm trying to accomplish with the acoustic guitar, as well as staying really close to that electric guitar realm that I'm really comfortable with. I'm not a huge acoustic player. I don't even own a good acoustic, so I thought, I was like, well, how can I be close to the stuff that I'm familiar with, but also achieve some of those tones? And I came to this guitar, and I think it was the perfect decision for me. It has the 5-way selector, so it does have the acoustic body sensor when it's in the 5 position. Then 4, it does the hidden neck pickup, which is in here. And then 3 is just the bridge pickup. And then 2 and 1 are in phase and out of phase of the 2 pickups. Now, I really like the acoustic body sensor. I think it sounds really, really good, good and cool. And the 3, body, the neck pickup, and then going into the bridge pickup, I think is really cool as well. I could do without the in phase and out of phase, however. I don't think that I really need those. I would almost want more tonalities with the acoustic body sensor, kind of like what the Fender does. It has multiple little settings with the body sensor and the acoustic stuff. So I kind of wish that that would be in there, like maybe if there's another body sensor or it was in a different position. I'm not exactly sure how that all works, but I think it would be cool to get rid of those 2 settings and have more acoustic settings in there. I think that is the only thing where the guitar falls short. It does get the acoustic sound, at least to my ear. Some people say it doesn't, but I think it does everything that I want to do just fine. I can go to a gig, plug in, and it achieves the tone that I like, and then can play those parts. So again, that would be the only thing I would change about the guitar. And if they ever do that in the future, I would definitely be interested in that. So the guitar feels really, really good. It's really comfortable to play. It kind of reminds me of my Les Paul in a few ways. It has a shorter scale length, I believe, and it has 11s on it, but they feel like 10s because of the shorter scale length, which I thought was cool. It doesn't have a wound G, which I really like. It's meant to be strung like an electric, which again, it's just closer to that electric guitar world, which is what I was looking for. It's really articulate. Something I look for in all my instruments is how articulate is this instrument, and it is pretty articulate. Even without it being plugged in, it sounds really, really good. So I really like that, all those aspects about the guitar. One thing I'm going to quickly go over that I forgot to explain when I was going over the 5-way switch was these 3 knobs. I thought it'd be great to explain what they do. So this first one is a master volume right here. This one's a bass, and this is a treble. So if you're playing and you're not near a soundboard or whatever, you can fool around with your EQ a little bit to better suit the room. If you feel your tone's a little thin or a little too fat, you can EQ it from the guitar, which is pretty cool. Alrighty, here is a question I'm sure a few people are wondering and why they're watching the video. Should I get this or should I get the Fender Acoustasonic? Now, I was in the same boat as you guys when I was looking at these instruments, and I played this and I fell in love with it, so I got it. I never actually played a Fender Acoustasonic until about a week ago. I work at a guitar shop and one came in and I decided to play it. And to be honest with you, I was very glad I chose this instrument right here. I like this instrument much more. It's more comfortable for me. It suits my needs a little bit better. Now, that doesn't mean that this is for you. It depends on how far you really want to take this acoustic endeavor. So, being an electric guitarist, I wanted to stay really close to the electric, but be able to, put my foot in the acoustic realm with the acoustic sensor. This guitar feels like, electric guitar, but it has that acoustic sound. Now, the Fender also has the acoustic sound, and it has a few more acoustic settings, and it definitely feels like an acoustic, more so than this. It has the wound G, and the instrument itself just feels like an acoustic. It's definitely much lighter, much smaller, but when I was playing it, to me, it was a little sharp. It was the Telly version. It was really light. It was a little neck heavy, which I know you can fix those things. But I definitely preferred this instrument a lot more. Now, again, this is just my personal opinion. But if I were giving advice, I would ask the person rather, how far do you want to go? Like, do you really want to sound like, feel and sound like an acoustic? I would go with, the Fender Acoustasonic if I were in those, shoes. But this for me just felt much better. It doesn't have the as many acoustic options as the Acoustasonic, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. Maybe in the future something will come out that Taylor does that will, but this does everything I need it to do. The Acoustasonic, just to me, it felt like it was fighting me when I was playing it, and this doesn't. So that's kind of where, I guess that's the reason I like this one much more. Not saying Fender makes a bad instrument. Of course, they make fantastic instruments. So does Taylor. It's just an opinion, and I would say definitely try them both. But for me, this is just way more comfortable. You have the electric settings just like you do in the Acoustasonic, and you have the body sensor. I believe the Fender comes with Fishman electronics, which they sound really good. The acoustic sound in the Acoustasonic definitely was really, really good. I definitely like that. That was definitely a highlight of that instrument. But I felt like this just covered all the bases I needed, and it just feels a little bit better to me. So at the end of the day, everyone's gonna be a little bit different. Some people are gonna pick this up and be like, it doesn't really feel or sound like an acoustic or whatever it is. There's a million things in the book. Everyone has their own opinion. This is just, kind of how I feel. And if I were to choose one or the other, I'd choose this one 100 times over. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this review of the T5z. Feel free to download that preset. I've used it live. It covers all my bases. Hopefully it will cover your bases too if you have a guitar like this that can, get the acoustic thing and then, play the electric as well. One quick tip I will give you when you are playing through this preset with one of these guitars, make sure your body sensor, the 5th position, is not on, or you're on any other setting when you are switching to the lead channel. Something with, I guess, it feedbacks a little bit, as you would expect an acoustic would, with a lot of distortion being tossed into it. So just be a little mindful of that. Start at a low volume and then creep your way up. But as I said, I have no problem playing this preset live. It's just something I've adapted to, switching to the bridge pickup before I hit the distortion on. But again, hope you guys enjoyed this. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, whatever you're watching this on, and see you next time.